Hello, my name is Todd Weber of Energy Balanced Nutrition Consulting. And if you like today's video or any of the other videos on my YouTube channel, please follow me on my other social media channels. Today I want to answer the question, what is the best diet to lose weight? I'm going to go through a number of scientific studies before providing you with this answer. To get started, we have a slide that should be very familiar to you if you have read or viewed my previous work. This is one of the first studies to show that weight loss is similar regardless of what type of diet you're on. A 2008 study seemed to indicate that a Mediterranean or low carbohydrate diet was superior to a low fat diet for weight loss over the course of 24 months. However, not all the studies were able to show this effect, as here we see that a low fat diet produces identical weight loss to a low carbohydrate diet. Some researchers have gotten pretty creative in testing different macronutrient combinations for weight loss. The percentages of each macronutrient are listed in blue at the top of the screen. In this study, varying the contributions of protein, fat, or carbohydrate had no effect on fat mass or lean mass loss. A 2013 study showed no difference in weight loss between a high carb or high protein diet over 1 year. However, in 2014, researchers once again showed that a low carbohydrate diet was superior to a low fat diet in producing weight loss over the course of 12 months. Now, with all this back and forth over which diet is better at eliciting sustained weight loss, low carb or low fat, a meta-analysis was performed. Rather than cherry-picking one study or the other to support your low carb or low fat viewpoint, a meta-analysis takes all of the studies into consideration and draws a conclusion from them. Let's see what they found. In the far left-hand column, the first author of each study that was included in the meta-analysis is listed. For the sake of time, I'm choosing to ignore the other columns, and we're moving directly on to the results of the far right-hand column. The results from the studies on the right side of the vertical line, represented here by the little black dots, show that a low-fat diet, or LFD, is the superior diet for weight loss. If you count those dots, there are 5 studies favoring a low-fat diet for weight loss. On the left-hand side of the black vertical line are the studies that support the very low carbohydrate ketogenic diet, or VLCKD for short. If you count the little black dots on this side of the black line, there are 8 studies supporting the VLCKD. When we view all the studies together, we're able to draw a conclusion. The very low carbohydrate ketogenic diet is superior to the low fat diet for weight loss. But not so fast. If you read the limitations of the study, you see that, quote, undoubtedly, the present findings demonstrate that a VLCKD has favorable effects on body weight and some cardiovascular risk factors, as stated by Santos et al. However, in the long term and when compared with conventional therapy, the differences appear to be of little clinical significance, although statistically significant. Healthcare professionals should weigh the advantages and disadvantages of recommending a VLCKD and consider their patients' willpower, since this therapy prominently alters an individual's daily habits. So what they are saying is that although there is a statistical difference between the diets, there really isn't any difference between the diets in a real-world, real-life setting. In other words, both diets are about the same. So why then do we so easily fall into the "this diet is better than that diet" trap? And the answer is because it's the easiest path for the client and for the practitioner to take. No decisions have to be made. It's far easier to say, oh, stay away from carbs or lower your fat intake. In my opinion, this is a very crude and lazy means for altering dietary habits. Whether you exclude carbohydrate or reduce fat, you're getting rid of a ton of calories you otherwise would have eaten. The result is you'll lose weight in the short term. Another way to visualize dietary exclusion and the foods that we are forbidden to eat is to look at the old food guide pyramid. If you cut out bread, cereal, rice, and pasta, milk, yogurt, and cheese, sweets, and dry beans like some suggest, you're not left with all that much that you can eat. So what if you don't want to exclude dry beans, sweets, milk, yogurt, and cheese, or bread, cereal, rice, and pasta from your diet? Why do you have to exclude carbohydrate or fat? The answer is we don't have to choose low fat or low carb. We can have some meals, some snacks that are low carb. We can have other meals, other snacks that are low fat. Why not mix and match? To me, it's idiotic that I wouldn't enjoy all the foods that are available to me to consume. There's a Canadian weight loss doctor that I follow on Twitter, and you should too. His name is Yoni Freedhoff, and he really sums up the discussion between the proponents of the different diet types nicely by stating that asserting that there's one right or best way to lose weight is proof you don't really understand how to realistically help people. Worlds more than any zealots, carbs, fat, protein, fasting, ketosis, sugar, whatever, adherence is, was, and always will be king. Declaring your diet regime the one and only belies your lack of flexibility and realism in cultivating lasting behavioral change. So what is the best diet to lose weight? It's the one that you can stick to. I hope I have convinced you that macronutrient ratios and dietary exclusion are not the keys to healthy eating. Meal planning, grocery shopping, having quality recipes, and cooking skills are all essential to weight loss and healthy eating. Now I know that this isn't sexy or probably the answer you're looking for, but we need to find solutions in how to make all of these easier. The Paprika Recipe Manager is one of these solutions. For more information on healthy eating and how you can transform your diet into a decision-free routine, please visit any of my social media platforms. I'm sharing free information on steps on how to be healthy that, for the sake of time, could not be included in this video. Everything I support is in your best interest and is evidence-based. I don't cherry-pick the literature, I know the literature, and will share with you what the latest science says. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I hope you have a great day as well.